Welcome to part 2. If you run a business with a lot to do, then there's only so much unique content you can create in a day, and there's probably only so many witty things that you can think of to say that your audience will be likely to enjoy. The good news, though, is that a fair amount of your content can be derivative or outright stolen. A lot of business is about connecting a supplier with a consumer. If you own a supermarket, for example, then it will be your job to buy groceries at a low wholesale price and then sell them on at a higher retail price to your customers. You aren't creating anything new, you're just acting as the middleman and getting paid for it. Running a Twitter account is often very similar to this, and in many ways your job is now to scour the web for useful and interesting content, for news and stories, and then to share that with your audience. It might feel a bit odd that you're essentially profiting from somebody else's hard work, but think of it instead as finding an audience for something that someone else has created, while at the same time curating content for a market that you know will love it. That's a great service you're providing. And it just so happens that this process is also a great way for you to keep your Twitter account active with great new content, and it involves barely any work on your part. So make sure that you're continuously reading up on topics relating to your business. This means you should be reading other blogs, following other Twitter users, and reading magazines. Now when you find a news item that you think your audience will genuinely enjoy, you should share it with them. Make sure you don't keep sharing from the same place, and try to find things they probably wouldn't have been able to find on their own. If your blog is about fitness, then perhaps you might share the results of a new study looking at a surprising new training method. If you run a B2B business, then perhaps you might share the results of a recent survey on types of business. Note, though, that when you do share new content, you should always add your own comment on the matter if possible. This way, you personalize that link, and if it gets shared even more, then people will be introduced to your brand and to your ethos, rather than simply ignoring who shared it altogether. So, if you found a study on a new muscle-building supplement, your comment might be, "This could certainly help me to lose my spare tire if it works on humans." And you have the URL, and hashtag supplements, hashtag fitness, hashtag fat burning. Or, "Let's see how many con artists jump on this dubious study." And again the URL, hashtag snake oil, hashtag research, hashtag fitness industry. Either way, you're now not only sharing something that your audience will be interested in, but you're also doing it in a way that introduces people to your point of view and beliefs. Do note, though, that the posts I just mentioned aren't terribly clickable. If you want more people to take notice of your link and follow it, then you may need to sell the value proposition a little. For example, "It's early days, but the results of this study on mitochondrial function could completely change my pre-workout stack." The URL, and then hashtag excited, hashtag mitochondria, hashtag fat burning. This will grab more attention because it provides a little more information. We know that it's about mitochondrial function, and because it shows the potential implications and how they might be relevant to your audience. Doing this is important because it will make your feed look more interesting, and it will increase engagement with your content so that more people actually read it and come away with a positive experience. Don't go overboard with hyperbole, though. If people think you're all hype and no substance, they'll quickly stop caring what you have to say. Just a note, but when you share a link on Twitter, you should shorten it, giving you more space to add your thoughts. You can use the website bit.ly to do this for you, and you'll find out more about it at bit.ly.com. Obviously, the very easiest way to share content on Twitter, though, is just to hit retweet. Again, you can do this while adding your own commentary, and it's a great way to encourage more discussion. There is one type of content that the average business gets right, though, and that's to talk about deals. This is something that surveys suggest followers do like to hear because, of course, it provides them with value in the money that they can save. This is also a great way to reward your visitors for following you and to make them feel special. If you have a product or service then, make sure you occasionally offer promotions to your Twitter followers, and this is also a good way to get retweets if your followers know others who might benefit from what you sell. Giveaways are even better. If you can give away a free ebook, a free drink, or something else for nothing, then it's bound to grab some attention and will win some goodwill. We'll be coming back to this in a subsequent video. All this advice should help you to start adding real value to your Twitter account, which will make a massive difference to the way you're seen by your followers and ultimately to how many people choose to start following you. This is far preferable to talking entirely about your products and services without actually offering anything in return. Unfortunately though, some businesses are going to be resistant to this idea. This is a problem that many social media marketing agencies will face. They approach a company like our imaginary EPOS business and present them with a strategy. The problem is, the EPOS company thinks it's unprofessional to talk about business as a whole or subjects they feel are off topic. They don't want to showcase other companies by retweeting or sharing links, and they certainly don't want to be seen as having an opinion. Don't be that company. Playing it safe is actually the surest way to appear out of touch, uninteresting and uninspired. It might feel a little risky at first to appear conversational or to discuss a wider range of topics, but that's precisely what will make you interesting. What's key is simply that your business has a clear identity and mission statement. As long as you adhere to that at all times, being a bit more adventurous with your content will pay off. If you do choose to use an agency for your digital and social media marketing, make sure they're thinking along these lines.